Everything you've been told about being a good man in life and with women is a lie. You're behaving and you're perceiving reality in a way that is causing you to act and behave and think in a way that drives women away from you because it is a lie. Female desire is not created by having a really good man in front of them. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what they actually want, what they actually need on a psychological and primal level, so you can unplug the cord of your conditioning of being a good man to actually have great relationships and to win with women in dating. If you don't know who I am, my name is The Real Game. I'm a professional dating coach that's helped men all around the world in all different ages and all different cultures win with women in dating. And what I want to start you off with is a personal story of mine. A story that's going to challenge everything you believe and know about women. And a lot of the things you often hear me talk about are very mind-shattering things. They almost make you squirm because you don't want them to be true, but you have to wake up and smell the roses. The sky will always be blue. You can't blame me for it. There was a time when I was a very good man with women and with dating, and I did things very logically, and I did things with their best interest in mind, but it got me taken to the cleaners. When I first started dating and seeing women, I would often want to know what it is that women wanted. And I would ask them for what they wanted, and I would try to give it to them. For example, let's say we want to make plans. I would always consult with them, and I would always say, what do you want to eat? What do you want to do? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And it was the cause and the demise of many early relationships because women don't crave a man that goes off what women say they want. And what I quickly came to realize is I need to just tell them what to do. And I remember thinking to myself, what is going on here? I was so confused because think about it. We're very logical. We're very rational. We're men. This is how we think. And so, of course, I'm dating a girl. I want to make her happy. I want her to stay with me and keep liking me. So of course, logically, I'm going to ask them what they want and give it to them. When you do this to women, it causes a sense of a lack of faith of your competency. Women need to understand that you as a man are competent and superior. As a result, you're going to intuitively know what's best in each situation because you know better than they do. And so what I was doing in this story, when I was asking these girls what they wanted, and I was trying to give it to them, and then they would get even more frustrated. No, it's not that. No, but I want this now, blah, 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 blah. Is because I wasn't fulfilling primal psychological desire. Because my good man in me was conditioned to please and to give people what they say they wanted. Women don't operate that way. They don't work that way. The core problem is you're fighting the primal needs and desires of a woman to be with a leader. You cannot be the leader she needs you to be by being a good man. It is impossible. The definition of a good man in this context specifically, when it comes to women, is a pleaser. It's someone afraid of approval. It's a man that wants to do things for her. Unprompted, one-way street, give, 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 give. That is what a good guy does. That is what a nice guy does. All of those behaviors go against nature. They go against women on a cellular and biological level because women need to be dominated and they need to be dominated by leaders, none of which leads to that behavior. None of which is saying, oh, what do you want? Okay, I'll go do it for you. Okay, let's do whatever you want because I want to make you happy. Gay, dumb, boring. They shrivel. Another example of this that happened recently is I was working with a one-on-one client. He was new into the program. Super nice guy, which is very common for a lot of guys that come to me for dating and mindset and all this internal help because dating is an internal and external game. If I just tell you what to say, but we don't fix the internal good guy, nice guy programming garbage, you're still going to suck. It's not going to land. So a lot of this is internal and external work that I do with my one-on-one clients. So he sends me a screenshot of the conversation with a woman. And this woman was being feisty, borderline pushing him around in the conversation. And he's like, she has so much attitude. Like, how do I handle her? What do I do? What do I say? And so I say to him, you need to show her and literally tell her that you are in charge. And this is how things are going to be. You need to take back the power. And quite literally, the only reason she's being like this and acting out is because that is her communicating and begging to you, please put me in my place. Please. I want to piss you off to such a degree that you as a man feel the need to slam me down. That is how women communicate. When they throw an emotional tantrum, that is them begging for you to put them in their place. And so I was talking to him over text and I was telling him, say this, say you're in charge, make fun of her, do this, act like a dictator, act like you have control, act like you're in charge. Say these things like she doesn't stand a chance to question your authority and that she's so silly for thinking she can. Because it's one big joke because clearly she's not in charge. That was more or less what I told him verbatim to say. Of course, the good guy in him, the nice guy in him immediately was like, oh my God. Really? That's a lot, no? It made him feel so uncomfortable because it went against his core identity of women are dainty little flowers and I'm going to offend her and she's going to hate me and she's going to think I'm an asshole and then she's not going to like me anymore. This is how deep it goes in your subconscious mind. But he did it anyways because, of course, he invested in coaching to change his life. And so he did it anyways. Of course, the responses from her were positive, more feminine, laughing, enjoying the conversation. He fulfilled her primal needs and she got exactly what she craved because he was not afraid to put her in line. He was not afraid to be a leader that tells her that he is in charge. That is what women need. The good guy, the nice guy will never fulfill that primal and psychological desire and need women have from a man. And so you have to snap out of the fact that, oh, I'm going to offend her and oh, she might not like me. Oh, are you sure? This is a lot. They need it. You are depriving them of oxygen by pandering and being considerate and holding your goddamn punches as a man. This is who you have to be. You are a hunter. This is primal. They're going to be fine. Matter of fact, they're going to be more than fine. They love it. So what is the answer? If it's not the good, nice guy that tries to give them what they want and tries to dance around like a monkey for them, then what is it? They want a leader that turns their brain off because he is in charge of them. They want to have so much respect for your competency because you know what's better for them than they do. That is why they're talking to a man. That is what they need. That is what they crave. And yes, this is going to go against everything you think on an ideological level of, oh my God, now I'm a bad person. I had someone on my live stream say, how do you avoid bad karma by treating them bad? This is how deeply you're conditioned. You treat them bad by treating them so well and putting them on a pedestal and trying to give them what they want. You treat them, you're going to get the karma. I'm getting good karma by putting them in place. This is what women crave, need, and desire from a man. You cannot reach burning desire in a woman by being a good man that's considerate and thoughtful. They will see you as a bitch, they will feel nothing, and they will leave. What they actually want, the true answer to what they actually need, is a leader making decisions for them, telling them how things are, shaping the context of how they perceive reality because you are a man. And they only date up and they only want a guy better than them. If you want to master modern dating, female psychology, female nature, click the links below and I'll see you there.